Well, here we are. It is January 24th, and I am once again on the road. This is my big week. Headed up due north for that big job interview I alluded to in one of my prior videos. And should be there on the afternoon of the 26th. We do have a bit of a drive to go. And the other people, they're covering the bill, so hopefully that means that we've got a pretty good chance of getting this job.
In about 2 miles,
Doing good, full tank of gas and ignoring the GPS. And headed up towards Gainesville, and then on up through Oklahoma and Kansas, and we'll see where I get on the first night of driving, the first afternoon of driving. So here we are now in Gainesville, soon to be out of the state of Texas and into Oklahoma. That'll be just a few short miles up ahead. And we're just keeping on going. Of course, got a long ways to go. GPS is still saying 1,373 miles, still pretty much ignoring it. But probably looking at Salinas, Kansas, or somewhere in that vicinity before calling it a night tonight. But we'll just keep on keeping on up to the state line and towards Oklahoma City. See you there. Here we are getting ready to cross the Red River here into the state of Oklahoma. It's the Red River for what it's worth. And we are now in Oklahoma. And there's their sign. One state down, 3 more to go. And see you in the next town. A nice little overlook down the hill once the truck goes away. Dropping over this little bridge down back into kind of a valley type thing as we continue to head north towards Oklahoma City.
We are talking with a local business manager about how she solved the headache of employee expenses and credit cards with the expense card.
It cost thousands to disgruntled former employees who charged the company credit cards and then just disappeared.
You know that happens a lot, but it's not just former employees.
Well, see you down the road.
Just for calling now. This special offer is only available when you call this number, so call now. 1-800-387-4243. That's 1-800-387-4243. Some restrictions apply.
It shouldn't come as a surprise that a recent study found that out of 500...
That's a little too nice looking to not do. So we'll see you down the road. Well, here we are. It's about 5:20. A little bit later than last time I was on. A little bit darker, a little bit grayer, but we find ourselves in Oklahoma City, continuing to head north.
To the left, 12
It's going to be, of course, looks like enjoying Oklahoma's version of rush hour. Oh well, so much for that. No, we just keep on pushing through, and we'll get through here, and we'll get ourselves headed to continuing north towards Kansas. So we'll see you on the other side of the traffic mess. Adios. Well, it's looking like we are fixing to enter into Kansas. In fact, I think we just did. Hard to see in the dark. I just saw the first marker for the Kansas highway that we just passed by.
Every year it ends up with these continuing resolutions. And in my view, they are.
So now we put Oklahoma behind us. We got Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and then almost all the way through North Dakota by the time we get to where I gotta be. We'll start jogging more and more west here as we continue our trip north. So on to Wichita, which will be the next major town, and we will see you there. Well, here we are. I just got through rolling through the toll plaza. We are now in Salinas, Kansas. So I'm going to make the GPS mad because I'm ignoring it again. We're going to keep on heading north up here towards Salinas. It's only 8:30, so we'll end up seeing how far I'll go before I decide to call it a night, because I've got plenty of energy left in me, and it's quite early yet. So we continue to motivate on north, and we will find me a quickie place to get some gas, because I'm quite low on it right now. And keep on going and see where we end up. So we'll see you further down the road. Here we are, I-70 and 135 interchange. Interstate 135 ends at this interchange. It becomes Highway 81 like the GPS said. The town of Salinas is out there, just to the east of us. We keep dredging north, roughly halfway through the state of Kansas, and then keep heading north. It's about 10:30, so I figure about another hour and a half, 2 hours of driving time left in me tonight, and we'll see where that lands me. But all's looking good, everything's running good. And we're going to keep motivating north. Below freezing according to my phone now, so we're definitely getting colder. So we'll see you on down the road. Well, here we are pulling into our first little town since leaving the interstate highway out of Salinas. This little town's called Concordia, Kansas. Actually looking at my GPS, or my phone GPS, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of Kansas left, so we're soon going to be putting Nebraska. I can go for that, clearing through a couple of states in one day on my first night out. Got lots to go though, so anyway, we will see you in the next town. Have fun. Well, here we are. First night stop. It's hitting right about midnight, so picked a good time to stop. Actually didn't quite make it into Nebraska. I'm 13 miles south of it. Just at this town, and the clock matched up well. So here we are. The hotel bed. We'll see what that's like. Of course, crappy analog TV, coffee. That chair actually reclines. So if the bed sucks, I might even have a better sleeping surface than they think. And of course, the bathroom, complete with a pink tile. Blech. But it'll do. It's warm in here, it's clean, and I can crash. Especially since I just ended up flat on my ass outside right in front of the door because it's slick. So, oh well. Time to call it a day. We'll throw the rest of Kansas over my shoulder in the morning and get through Nebraska and the Dakotas. Looks like I'm actually in line to stop just a couple of hours from my destination on tomorrow night. So I'll have an easy shot in and have a good chunk of the day to look around Williston, all of my own. So, see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, everybody. It is now Tuesday the 25th. Just got through having some breakfast, getting checked out of the hotel, pulling through the town of Bellevue, Kansas. We'll be looking at the Nebraska state line probably in about 15 minutes. We're only 13 miles south of it. So here we got another day. The destination is going to be Bismarck. I wanted to go to Minot, but there's no hotels available. Anything close to a reasonable price. So we're going to shut her down in Bismarck and then make the final jump into Williston on the 26th. Get me in there early enough where I can nose around and see what Williston's all about on my own a little. So anyway, we continue more or less due north with little jogs to the west as we make our way north. So we shall see at the state line. See you shortly. Well, I just missed the sign, but we are now in Nebraska. Wasn't paying very close attention, or I would have had it done. But anyway, Kansas is behind us. Nebraska is now ahead of us. We'll be motivating our way through Nebraska. So looks like we're already headed into a little town here too. The speed limits are dropping off. So keep carrying on. We've got 3 states behind us now. A couple more to go. See you later. Bye. Well, we have the temperature inversion going in the area. That black line is smoke, presumably from a power plant. It kind of terminates over there somewhere. Now we're dropping behind that hill. We can't see as well as when I pulled out the camera. But looks kind of nasty. Oh well, that's wintertime for you. Well, here we are. We're still headed north in Nebraska, a town called York. We're just crossing the I-80 interchange here right up ahead. And still very much on cue to end up in Bismarck here, probably in about 10-12 hours maybe. I'm just continuing to head north. The weather's all still good. Everything's going good, and just keeping on, carrying on. We're going to keep headed north here and get closer to our destination. So we will talk at you later. Bye. Well, here we are. We just got north of York, Nebraska, and our 4-lane divided highway has now become a 2-lane road. So much for the easygoing highway part. Probably going to be more towns to get to slow down through from this point on. So we keep moving north and jogging west and keep working our way closer to Bismarck. And we'll see you down the road. Stromsburg, Nebraska, 1,200 whole people. These neat little lag towns. This is why I love road trips. Just that quick, we pull out of it. So here we are. We're on an even skinnier highway. It's Nebraska State Highway 39. Did a little jog to the west before we now we're heading back north again. And we just keep on motivating and keep on headed towards Bismarck. According to the GPS, about 9:40. That'll peel time off of it because it doesn't tell us the speed limit is here.
No, it's the
and it looks like it still wants to route a longer way than my phone does. So the phone's the one I'm following. But we just keep on going and keep on headed towards Bismarck. We'll see you further down. Just pulling out of Albion, Nebraska. We are headed generally northwest according to the GPS. Just made a stop for gas because I was getting a little low. And we're still on target to be in Bismarck before 10 o'clock tonight. Sounding pretty good to me. We'll keep on motivating, keep on headed towards Williston, and we'll see you further down the road. Nope, I didn't catch the name of this little town, but here we are driving through it. Continue going through Nebraska. We're getting quite close now to the South Dakota state line. We are getting a lot more of a westerly jog now instead of north, which is a good thing. We need to start getting west. It's been primarily north up to this point. But another beautiful Midwestern farm town. Gotta love them. These kinds of trips are a blast. So, since I need to be able to shift gears, we will carry on down the road.
Readingglasses.com, a better way to buy reading glasses.
There's a dam over there. That's cool. I'm back in Boyd. Boyd, Nebraska, that is. Not Boyd, Texas. Lots more snow on the ground. We keep trundling up in our northern direction. About 410 miles away from Bismarck, which is where we stopped for the night. And the GPS is saying about 10 minutes to 10 we should be there. We'll see how much that stays intact, so I got to make another pitiful stop. Might be closer to 10:30, even 11. But we just keep on going. See you further down the road. Well, here we are out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and we are just about ready to cross into South Dakota. We had a little bit of blowing out here earlier because there's some slushy garbage on the road. Other than that, roads are still nice and clear, so I'm not too worried about it. And with that, I believe we are now in South Dakota.
In a half mile, turn left at US 18 West.
And we'll see you down the road because I got to make a stop sign here. That white. Hills out there. The rest of this hill I had a nice view on the last one. There we go. Ribbon of asphalt running out to the distance. Head up towards I-90, out in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota. And I'm practically the only car on the road. I like that. I'm just having a blast at the moment. More hills over there. Another hill. Well, we'll just keep on keeping on. We'll see you down the road. put me on a better highway than the state highway was going to be. I'm happy with that little change in plan. And I also happened to have just entered into some national grassland. Didn't get the camera up in time to grab a picture of the sign and telling me what the name of it was. That's okay. We got another big open space here of no humans, other than the ones that are traveling up and down the roadway, which there are far and few between. As you can see, it's getting darker. The sun is rapidly setting. If there's 30 minutes of actual daylight left, that'll be a lot. And we'll just keep motivating to the north and get ourselves towards Bismarck. 237 miles to go. Although I still sit from closer to 10:30 because I'm only doing 55. So we'll carry on and keep going and get ourselves to our destination for the night. We'll see you down the road.
Confused.
The lights over there in the distance, those should be Pierre, South Dakota. Rolling through that town there pretty quick. Down a nice hill. And some more out there. It's a beautiful country up here. We're headed more or less that direction. After quite a bit of time of driving through nothing but blackness, looks like we're finally coming up to a little lump of civilization. There's a whole lot of nothing out here. And that road just disappears into black. And if it was summertime, I'd love to lay out and look at the stars out here. But getting closer. We are 123 miles away from my destination for the night. We should soon be staring down the North Dakota line and getting close to calling it a night. So we'll keep on going and get closer to tonight's destination. And we'll see you down the road. Well, here we are. We are coming up to the North Dakota state line after a whole lot of driving and seeing nothing. Definitely a dark little road out here tonight. But we are finally putting South Dakota behind us. In fact, I don't know if they'll show up through the... doubt it showed up in the camera, not in the dark because the sign wasn't well lit. But the little bump was the state line. And with that, we put South Dakota behind us, and we carry on the remaining 91 miles to Bismarck, where we are going to stop for the night. So, we will see you a little on further down the road. Here we are. We're pulling into this little town here in North Dakota called Linton. It's the first town I've come through since crossing the straight line. And boy, they want you to slow down too, 25. But here we are, gradually making progress. 66 miles away from my desired destination, and we'll just keep on keeping on. Get ourselves set up where we can catch us a room and get some rest. Should be there in a little over an hour. So we'll see you further down the road. Well, we're finally back on a little bit of big road, about 24 miles or so away from Bismarck. Don't know if it shows up in the camera or not, but I believe that's that group of lights way out there in the distance. But we get closer, almost done for the day, and my backside is saying it's ready to get out of this car anyhow. So catch us a room, and call it a night, and get us the final hop into Minot in the morning. Or not Minot, but Williston. So, we will see you in Bismarck. Well, there's the lights. That's going to be Bismarck. Just minutes away from finding a place to sleep. Looked kind of neat dropping down the hill into the city, so I figured I'd take a nice shot of it. So we'll find a hotel out here and get a room and call it a night. We'll see you later. Here, there's Mark. Got a comfort in. I'd turn the light on there, but I already know that fan is exceedingly loud. And this mushy bed. Oh, I like that. I'll get sleep tonight. That'll be worth the extra $10 just to have a real bed. But this little, very small little room will suffice for the night. Even have a real TV. And breakfast is on them, so I guess we'll do okay. But anyway, it's time for me to call it a day. I'm tired, I hurt, and I'm ready to relax. So, see everybody. Well, here we are. It's Wednesday morning, the 26th, and we are just pulling out of Bismarck. Going to be a short drive today, 229 miles. We will be at our destination in Williston. So, figure hopefully in about 5 hours we should be there and able to look around the place. So we will see you there. I don't know how well this shows.
That's somebody who gets it, and I can guarantee you.
As I'm coming up here, you can see people are set up doing ice fishing on this here lake.
Researchers and everybody else did not have their hands on that line.
Cars, trucks.
I bet you that came from Paul Ryan.
Sitting parked on top of the
blessings of, what did he say, self-government?
Self-government.
Yeah, self-government. That's what that is. For us to be able to fail, for us to be able to choose.
Well, I guess Mother Nature wasn't happy with the side of the road she put the snow down on, so we're in the process of moving it across the highway. Watch it blow across. They say it's supposed to be warm enough for the next couple of days, so we'll put a crust on the snow to limit this kind of stuff, but I guess for now it's going to blow. So hopefully it doesn't get blowing too much harder so we don't end up with ground blizzards. We're less than 10 miles away from Minot. We'll get headed west. Of course, I'm going to be eating that wind that's pushing west to east for the last couple of hours of this drive. Oh well, who wants good gas mileage anyway? Well, we keep moving north before we do our final jaunt to the west. We'll see you down there. Here we are. We are pulling into the city of Minot. Here we make a left-hand turn and head west. We're about a mile or a little over a mile away from where I make this turn. So we're almost halfway there, 125 miles to my destination. Keep on going and make a quickie pit stop here. Get there in a couple of hours. So we'll see you down the road. Headed west on Highway 2 towards Williston. Here we are in Williston. Forgot to take a clip of me coming into town, got distracted. But this is my room. Of course, first thing right inside the door is facilities, vanity. the living quarters. Not a bad little place, I guess. Not on my dime, so yeah, mattresses feel pretty typical. I'll have to smash both of them to decide which bed might feel more amiable. Analog TV, oh well. They do have Wi-Fi here, I have to get that set up. Something I find kind of interesting. Try to open this up. Because this overlooks a courtyard. Apparently that must have been an outdoor space at one time and they closed it in. You can't really open the curtains to see what's going on out here. But so instead of a window overlooking outside, it overlooks nothing. There. Well, wish me luck. I hope the activities of tomorrow yields the desired result. So here we are. Welcome to Williston. So we'll have more on that later. We will see you then.